Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. For this week's video, we've got some problems. Two of my favorite Gibson guitars are exhibiting the exact same problem in the exact same spot. So we're going to try to get to the bottom of it today. Let's get started. Now, despite the inherent design flaws of a Gibson guitar, the quality control issues, and interesting lineup choices of the last few years, if you can get your hands on a good one, there's nothing quite like it. So I really love these guitars, and longtime viewers of the channel know that the Les Paul Double Cut is one of my aspirational guitars from childhood. I always loved these instruments, and I saved up and bought one when my channel turned over 100,000 subscribers. So it has a lot of meaning to me, and it's an absolutely amazing guitar. Now, my other Gibson that's showing the exact same problems in the exact same locations as the Double Cut is this SG3. Made in small numbers only in 2007, has a chicken head knob with a 6-way switch, really interesting guitar, and just one volume and one tone. Such an awesome instrument, and it's such a shame that it's going to need repair. So despite the neck dive, the heavy weight, and the awkwardness getting into the upper frets, these guitars are an absolute blast to play, but let's check out where they're exhibiting the problem. Alright, so here you can see one of the issues, and it's the same on the Les Paul Double Cut. This is the bass side, so this is your 6th string right here. This is the guitar heel, and this is where your strap joint is. So right on the heel where it connects up to the neck, there is a massive, massive finish crack that goes, for sure 3/4 of the way. It kind of disappears up here, but you can still kind of feel it. So a massive crack from the heel all the way up. Now, it seems to be just a finish crack, but wherever cracks appear on guitar, you know there's movement, and there should be no movement in this joint at all. So I'm wondering, I'm not an SG guy, this is my only SG, so I'm wondering if other people who have SGs have encountered the same problem. Now, this guitar stays in its case. It's, comes out for a video, goes back in its case, goes into storage. So it's not had a hard life, it's literally just sitting in its own case. Now, the other issue I'm having with the SG and the Double Cut alike is movement in the nut. So here, hopefully you guys can see, it's a little hard, but you can see the nut here has broken free from the finish, and the crack actually extends past the nut. So a little troubling. I'm going to try to get a good shot of it. It's kind of hard when you're zoomed in so far. There, hopefully you guys can see that. But anyway, yeah, sort of like makes me nervous that there's going to be some separation between the fingerboard and the neck. But I don't know, it could just be, again, a stress crack, but a sign of movement where there should not be movement. All right, so here's a look at the crack on my precious Double Cut here. Now, it goes from the fingerboard and sort of is working its way down the seam. Now, down by the heel here where the SG started, it hasn't reached yet, but it's just concentrated kind of on that upper side. Really, really sucks. And on both of them, they're on the top side, so you really notice them. Even though they're just finish cracks, again, it's a sign of movement where there should not be movement. Now, strangely enough, the nut seems to have broken free in pretty much the exact same way as the SG, with the finish cracking and the crack, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it goes to about here. So extending past the nut and down the finish of the neck. Now, in the past, I've had my fair share of troubles with Gibson, from terrible fretworks to nuts that look like they were hacked by a caveman to, finish pooling and glooping under here that just looks terrible. But I found a couple guitars that were made well. They look great, they play great, the fretwork's good. This one has locking tuners, and the nut was cut well, so it holds tune decently well, so I can play it with, a reasonable amount of confidence. So I found a couple guitars that I really, really like, which sucks that they're going to need finish repairs. Now, I've never experienced any of these issues on any of the other guitars in my collection, from the lowliest Epiphone all the way up to PRS. They all are great. The glue-in neck joints are fine. The nuts are not breaking free, only on these 2 Gibson double cuts. So my question to you guys is this: if you have an SG or a 335 or any sort of Gibson glue-in double cut, have you run into this problem? I would love to know. I'm not a big SG guy, so I just don't know. But if you have one, let me know if you've run into this problem. So I think it's safe to say, after looking at those 2 other Gibson double cuts, that my desire for a Gibson 335 has pretty much been quenched. I think I'm going to rock the Epiphone. It's a fantastic guitar and plays like a dream. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and coming along on this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out all my other videos and information. Other than that, we'll see you guys on Monday with a new video. Take care. This really sucks.